The next thing I want to show you in the Settings app is Control Center. So I'm going to scroll this list up here, and right below General is Control Center. So I'm going to tap on that, and then I get some more options in the right column. And what Control Center is it's a bunch of controls. When you swipe down from the top right edge, you open Control Center. Okay, and as I did that, I get I get all these different controls that you can turn on and off. You can even launch some apps and do different things. Okay, I'm going to swipe up, go back to the screen. You may or may not have the second option called Show Home Control. If you have smart home devices, like in my house, I have smart lights, then you get this option for home controls. Okay, I'm going to scroll up a little bit, and you can see I've got a few things included in the controls: flashlight, camera, screen recording. If I drag down Control Center again, you'll see that I've got those things: flashlight, camera, screen recording, etc. Okay, if I want to remove any of these, I just tap the minus button and I can tap remove. Now it won't appear in Control Center. Swipe up again. And there are more controls here. So if I wanted to add some things that I use often, like the alarm, I just tap the plus button and I do like dark mode. Let's see, I would like a shortcut to notes, stopwatch, timer, voice memos. Okay, now I've got all the controls that I want, but they're not necessarily in the order that I want. So I will move a few of these up, like alarm, stopwatch, timer. Makes sense to go together. And maybe I'll put notes. When you bring down Control Center, you'll see that the controls are 4 little icons across. And so I like to kind of think of these in 4 icon sets. So flashlight, camera, screen recording, and text size, that's 1 row. Alarm, stopwatch, timer, notes, that's another row, etc., etc. Okay, and so that's good. I'm going to drag up from the bottom edge of the screen and come back to the home screen. And really anywhere that I'm on my iPad, I can drag from that top right corner and bring down the Control Center. And let's talk about what's here. And what does this do? So starting in the top right corner, you can see that I've got music controls. So whatever music I'm listening to, I can just tap the play button and resume playing that. To the left of that, I've got 4 different icons that deal with your connectivity. So you've got airplane mode, your cellular signal, your Wi-Fi, and your Bluetooth. So by tapping on any one of those, I can turn that off or turn it on. Kind of as an advanced tip is you can tap and hold on that square and it will open up and show you a few more options, a few more details. Okay, you can also tap and hold on some of these icons and they'll give you even more information. So you can drill down several levels to get some more information. I tapped on the screen and I came back to the Control Center. Okay, there's some other controls here. We're not going to look at these too much, but you can lock the screen rotation with that lock icon. You can start Do Not Disturb with the little moon icon. To the right of that, we've got 2 sliders, so I can increase the screen brightness. Oh, and I tapped and holded so that I got more options here. Okay, and if I tap again, I can come out of that. All right, the next one is your volume control. So if I wanted to make my volume on my iPad a little louder, I can just drag that up. right? The next section um, of two rows are my smart home devices. So you can't see this, but if I tapped any one of those, I could turn on and off the lights. So here are the outside hall lights. I can turn that off. Okay, and below that, I've got three rows of applications, three rows of shortcuts for me to get to things. Um, One of the most handy shortcuts in Control Center is the flashlight, right? So if I just tap on that, I turn on the flashlight. You can't see that because you're not in my house. But tapping that on and off turns the flashlight on or off. Okay, so to show you kind of how this works, I'm going to swipe up from the bottom of my screen. You know, sometimes I'm doing work and it's late at night and I want to walk to my bed, but I don't want to kick anything on my way there. So I want to use the flashlight, right? So it's real easy for me to turn on the flashlight just by dragging down from the top right corner and tapping the flashlight. Now my flashlight is on. I can walk to my bed and I won't stub my toe or anything. Okay, I'm going to tap the flashlight to turn it back off. Okay, another super useful shortcut is that camera icon. So at any time I can just tap it and enter the camera. And now I'm going to take a picture of my foot. Okay, that's not very appealing, right? But um, you can see how it's very quick to access certain features and certain applications from Control Center. So you could be doing something on your iPad and just want to quickly drag down, and maybe you want to check your alarm. Go ahead and tap that, right? I've got a shortcut here, the little a and the small a. That's the text size. Now we just customized that, but here it is again, a shortcut to be able to customize my text size. I'm going to bring it back to the default size. Okay, there are a number of things you can put there and you'll find all kinds of uses for that. So I encourage you to use Control Center. Okay, just drag down from the top right corner of your screen and bring up the Control Center.